Bachelor star Grant Ellis reveals if he'd do Dancing with the Stars. Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Grant Ellis is sharing whether or not he'd be up for a stint on Dancing with the Stars. The Bachelor star, 31, opened up about hoping to grace the ballroom stage at some point in his career while chatting exclusively with Parade Gravitas for the Bringing the Beach to Beverly Hills, a celebration of the Malibu community event on Wednesday, May 21. I'm open to it 100%, he said, noting that although he's pretty much done with reality TV, he'd consider joining the cast of the long-running dance competition series if they'll have him. I would love to do that, and I would love for people to see that fun side of me. I love to make people smile, so I think that's something I would do. As for what's next for the former professional basketball player, he told Parade that he's got a few projects he's working on. We're actually working on a podcast where we're interviewing some pretty big-name athletes and their partners on what brought them together, he explained, how they supported each other, and how they handled the pressures of life. It's actually going to be called Pressure Points, which is really good. Ellis was one of the many celebrities in attendance at last week's event, which was hosted by Moonshadow's owner and philanthropist J.D. Slajic, as well as the members-only social club. To celebrate and honor the Malibu community following the devastating wildfires that ravaged the area in January, Slajic restaurant Moonshadows was lost in the Palisades fire on Jan 8th. So when filming The Bachelor, I met JD and we did a basketball scene together. And since then, we connected because we're both former athletes, Ellis says. He's really supported me in my journey with my fiance, and I came to show support. Him hosting this event is big. Giving back to Moonshadows, hosting at the Gravitas is really big. And just wanted to give back to the community. Lydia Garr shares the advice Kendall Jenner gave her and reveals if she'll be on Bachelor in Paradise. Bachelor Nation got to know and love Lydia Garr as she looked for love on season 29 of The Bachelor. Since her time on the show, she has been keeping fans updated with her life online and often hangs out with her friends from Bachelor Nation. Last month, Lydia went to Coachella with a few fellow Bachelor Nation stars and ended up hanging out with Kendall Jenner and Hailey Bieber while at the festival. Now she is spilling the tea on that encounter and revealing if she'll be on the beach in Paradise this summer in a brand new episode of Bachelor Happy Hour. Lydia explained that she met Kendall Jenner at the music festival because the famous model is a huge Bachelor Nation fan. Kendall came up to us and was like, oh my gosh. And that was the most surreal thing. She said, I was like, this is a dream. This is not real. She had just watched the finale and that was insane. And Hailey was there and she had watched it and that was so surreal. In addition to chatting with the two celebrities, Lydia also got to ask them for some helpful advice. She shared it was also at the time where there was this spike in negativity. It was when everyone was doing podcasts. And so I got to ask them, how do you guys deal with this? This is insane. And they gave me great advice. Lydia continued saying, it's funny, they both said it separately. It was in different conversations, but they both said, don't look at it. Obviously, we still see it, but don't look at it. Fans have also been wondering if the Bachelor Nation star will be on Bachelor in Paradise this summer, and Lydia revealed that sadly, she will not be on the beach. In explaining why, she said, given the timing of it, the way that everything happened after everything aired is really what was the most off-putting thing for me. She continued expressing, I think the most hurtful part for me about all of it was the stuff that was said afterwards. And that was very fresh in my mind when we were talking about Paradise. I was just like, I'm still getting hateful messages because of the things that have been said. And so I just wasn't really eager or anxious to get back into it. I feel very blessed because I have felt very supported, but I think just at that time there was a spike in negative comments and I was experiencing it for the first time. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to sign back up for this again. Grant Ellis and Juliana Pasquarosa reveal how they each knew they found the one plus their timeline for kids. On season 29 of The Bachelor, fans saw Grant Ellis look for love, and this week we got to see him hand out his final rose. On their last week in the Dominican Republic, Grant got down on one knee and proposed to Juliana Pasquarosa. Now, the happy couple has stopped by the Bachelor Happy Hour podcast to reveal more about that special day when Grant proposed and their plans for the future. In sharing how he knew Juliana was the one for him, Grant said, "Watching our moments that we had on camera just reiterates our connection and what makes it unique and what makes it special and the depth that we have. I think it's something that can't be replicated. So it's something that I'm excited about, and I'm really happy that we're together." He continued, "I always was confident in our connection. My dad came back and we had a conversation off camera, and he just reiterated to me, it's not about what anybody else thinks. It's about what you want. It's about what your heart needs and what your heart wants." And I feel like his advice really helped me get over the edge and get over the hump of getting to that point, you know what your heart wants and you know what you need. Juliana chimed in as well and shared how she knew Grant was the one for her from the very first night. She said, "I feel like I knew it was me from night one. I did, you know? I think it's hard to maneuver that situation, but just our conversations were so sincere. And every single time we chatted, it was like we got to know each other on a deeper level and that we were really progressing. It might have been slow because I'm a little closed off, but it didn't feel like we were at any point backtracking. And it was always adding more hope to the end result." The newly engaged couple also revealed their timeline for kids and getting married. Grant shared, "I think our relationship is we are two people who are very much in tune, and we haven't talked hard timeline yet, but we know what we want ultimately, and that's the end goal, but we still have to meet each other's families, and everybody has to connect. And me, I'm going to come out there to Boston and be out there for like a year maybe, and then we'll see where things are at that point." Juliana revealed that they're wanting to navigate their relationship out in the world first before deciding on when to have kids or get married. She added, "There are still certain things to do that make sense, I feel like, at least for the both of us. You know, family, friends, normal dinners, traveling, getting mad at each other, getting sad, like all the things we have to go through. Not saying that that's not going to be the end goal. It's just that to jump the gun and start talking about those things when we're still really trying to digest life together in the world, it doesn't seem, I think, fair to either of us."